Hello everyone, I am MS-GIL, and today I got kind of an interesting computer for you today. This is my Dell OptiPlex G1. As you can see, it's got a Pentium 2 in it. It's supposed to run Windows NT or 98, or at least that's what they claim. And I actually have NT installed on here. I will be releasing the video on installing that sometime in the future, because you know, that's a process in and of itself. But I thought I'd give a quick overview of it today and show it off a little. I've had this computer for a little while, but it's just kind of been sitting in storage while I've been doing other things. But this is what the I/O panel looks like. You know, your standard issue ports, PS2. It's actually got USB on it. I guarantee that's either 1.0 or 1.1. VGA, which is on board, but we also have a sound card, and it's a little rusty, but it actually works, which kind of blows me away. And we actually have some communications here, some networking, and yeah, all sorts of good stuff. Here's some boring information, serial number, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's about as exciting as it gets on this side. And then of course this side, the only blemish, other than it probably needs a good cleaning and some retro brighting, is this crack here, which made the floppy drive stick, the button for it, but it still works. And I managed to get kind of unstuck by just messing with it. It's got an old CD drive with the actual volume control and everything. Yeah, it's actually a pretty complete machine. Let me open it up and we'll take a look on the inside. Alrighty, now that we got that open, it's pretty easy. There's no screws, you just have a couple of buttons on the side. So we got our processor, got our expansion cards here. Unfortunately for desktops, in terms of desktops, it's going to be a very kind of tight squeeze in here. Got our power supply. We actually have two hard drives. Now this one I put in myself when I installed NT4, but this guy came with the machine when I bought it. It runs Windows 95, and I might just release a video on it because it's actually pretty interesting. It was part of a geology lab, if I'm remembering correctly, and there's all sorts of old files on it I should pull up. They're safe for viewing on YouTube because it's like 30 or almost 30-year-old files, and they're just kind of interesting to go through. But apart from that, we have our standard issue CD drive and floppy drive and all that good stuff. And you see it says Dell. Back when they were making beige boxes. Better times, really. Simpler times. But it looks like all the capacitors are in good shape. Nothing bulging, which is always a plus. Yeah, that's always a joy when those start going bad. But let me get this all put back together, and we will observe my install of Windows NT4 that I've been playing around a little bit with. Let me see if I can get things going. So I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, we're all put back together. Got my speakers hooked up. Let's get this going. And here we go. Beautiful Dell logo. Let's go into the BIOS. Oh yes, cover was previously removed. Thank you. Who would have known? Alrighty, here we are in the BIOS. Alrighty, my camera just died, so bear with me. So we got today's date, of course, blah blah blah, 3.5-inch floppy, hard drive, CD-ROM reader, and 32 gigs of RAM, 2 gigs of video memory, which is just on board, 400 megahertz processor, which is the Pentium 2, and all this lovely nonsense that I'm not going to play around with right now because I don't feel like it. Let's start Windows NT4, which I actually enjoy. It's a decent operating system. Everybody it's kind of the one that's shoved to the back of the class. Windows NT4, Service Pack 6. Let me adjust the monitor because it doesn't like that. There we go. Service Pack 6, build 1381. 32 megabytes of memory. Very blue screen is what we're looking at. Not much to say about it, honestly. The beautiful NT splash screen. Complete with the press Control-Alt-Delete to log in with a nice little animation. They've really thought of it all. That's it. Those buttons, maybe. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Come on. Alrighty. Let's log in here. And a beautiful I really like the startup and shutdown sound of this. And we even got our tip of the day. You can use the right mouse button to drag files tray and see what happens. Okay, let's try it. Wow. No thank you. Let's cancel that. Thank you Windows NT4 for that. Well, here we are at the desktop. Nothing spectacular, but very business oriented and simplistic. And you can see I've done some things with this install. I've even got Microsoft Office 2000 running on here, which I know, not era appropriate. I just want to see what would happen. And that was my favorite version of Microsoft Office. I'll get back into that here in just a moment, but let's play around with some of the properties on the menu here. So we got all of our lovely backgrounds. I of course have the 256 version of the NT logo, because if you don't, it kind of turns into that. So I'm more a fan of the 256 color one. We got all of our lovely screensavers that you can find in Windows 95, except some of them are just like way over sped up for some reason. But something you may have noticed, these are all Windows 3.1 icons or that type of thing. Kind of strange, and something I actually just noticed. Channel screensaver, I forget about that one. Default screensaver, let's preview these. I'm curious. Wow, that is a great screensaver. That one too. Wow, I'm so happy those are on here. Marquee display. Yeah, your typical nonsense stuff. This one I remember. If I'm remembering correctly. From way back when. Yep, this is what I remember. I never really saw more than that. Just that. Microsoft Active Channels. Go over here to Appearance, which is your standard issue. But we actually have this little plus sub-menu, and we can actually change the icons to a little more high-res stuff. I like the classic myself, but see, we can smooth the edges of screen fonts, which is very unnoticeable. I have show the window of contents while dragging, which fancy. I can use large icons, and that's where you get the fancy icons, is showing the all possible colors. And I can even stretch the wallpaper, which I don't think you could do in 95, I think. I don't know, it's been a little while. And then of course your standard settings, which I have 65,000 colors at my disposal, which isn't quite as good as 16 million, but that'll do, I'll take it. So, let's play around with a few things. I'll show you why I really like this version of Office. It has to do with an old friend of mine, and he shall appear, I think, in this corner. Maybe. There he is. It's my old buddy Clippit, which everybody calls him Clippy for some reason. But I can prove to you, his name is not Clippy. If I hit the right button, that is. Haha. Everybody made fun of me. But I still like him. In fact, I used to sit and play with these things all day. He's pretty good too. Didn't like that one so much, or that one. But I liked him and him. Those four were my favorite. But I always had Clippit because he was always one of my personal favorites. And one more time, just because I'm a loser like that. No, come on, do something cool. Other than that, I mean, I guess that's pretty cool. If I could do that with a paperclip, I'd be excited. See, everybody hates on him, but I think he's one of the greatest things that has ever happened from Microsoft. And of course, it's just standard issue, just nonsense stuff. Alrighty, Clippit, I'll see you later. No, I don't want to save. Thank you. Oh. I was very easily amused as a child, and I would sit there playing with that for hours because I didn't have internet. And that's what I did for fun. Now, at the thrift store a while back, I discovered the Msdn Library from 1999. And I recently installed it. I haven't really looked into it yet. So let's just take a look and see what that entails. Msdn Library. Essential reference for developers. Developers. With more than a gigabyte of technical programming information, including sample code, documentation, and technical articles. Wow, a whole gigabyte. Man, how did they store this? I can't store a gigabyte. But this one has up to Windows 2000, which is interesting because it was October 99 release. But Windows CE, Office 2000, database of stuff. Let's see what Dr. GUI's espresso stand has. Fall again? No, I don't think I want to. And you can pause this to read through it. If the internet was working on this, the card was working, I would totally see if that worked, but yeah, sadly, it's an IRQ conflict that I can't seem to solve, so lucky me. The don't miss list, Windows 2000, brand new. Newest operating system in the world. It's really good. Windows platform and SDKs. COM and Windows DNA. I don't think a lot of this, I don't know too much about most of this because I'm not big brain, but we got Windows CE, which is part of the Cement series. I'm using the other part of it. Microsoft Office 2000 developer. Fitch and Mather. I know I shouldn't talk like that. Duwamish. Internet technologies. Databases. SQL servers. DAO and Ado. Microsoft Access. Just something I never learned to use. Probably should. The Microsoft Exchange. And Visual C++. Visual Basic. Visual IntroDev, Dr. GUI's grab bag. Whoa. Scheduled chicken and other things that don't happen since reorg. Yes, please. Yeah. If y'all are interested, I'll see if I can. Would you like that scheduled baked or fried? If y'all are interested, I will see if I can find a link to this. Maybe I'll upload an ISO of it, and you can play around with this yourself, because there is a lot to it. Knowledge base, tools and technologies, resource kits, all that lovely stuff. So we'll close out of that. Now let's take a look and see what features this came with out of the box. Of course that wasn't out of the box, that was me. But we got our office tools, which didn't come out of the box. ATI driver, that's for my video card. Administrative tools, which has real exciting stuff like backing up your files and watering the plants. And this is a game that I got working on here. I should play it one of these days because it's one of my favorite games of all time. I used to play this all the time as a child. In fact, it was probably the first Windows game that I remember. Played it on 95 and 98 back in the day. Internet connection wizard. Maybe that's my problem. Let's see if the wizard can help me. He's a wizard. I'm not. Yeah, let's do that. And that. And you probably can't pick that up, Mr. Windows computer. No, I don't want internet mail. Not from you. Let's see if Internet Explorer will load anything. I got Internet Explorer 5 on here because that's new. Yeah, didn't think that was going to work. Alrighty, back to our old pal, the start menu. So we got NT Explorer, which is just, you know, exploring your files. Startup, which is empty. Accessories. And net meeting. We actually have some games on here, including pinball, which has always been one of my favorites. And if I wasn't one-handed right now, I would totally play it. AT&T Mail, MCI Mail, Hyperterminal, how exciting. Web Publishing Wizard. We actually have some multimedia tools, and I should see if I can find some of my MIDI files, because those would be kind of fun to play on this. Because this is just kind of a strange card that is in this, the sound card. I can't remember what the branding is on it, but yeah, it's a card, and it's rusty. But it works, which is always a plus. Got our inbox repair tool. I don't even know what that is. See if we can fix the inbox. Personal folders. Do that one. Okay, yeah, never mind. Alright, goodbye. There's a lot of stuff on here that obviously business was the main goal behind, but since has kind of faded into obscurity. Yeah, we got the standard issue phone dialer and telnet and clock and dial-up, which this thing also has Windows imaging, which I also used to play with as a child because I was very easily entertained by stupid stuff. Let's see if we can open one of our files here. Yeah, let's do that one. I can't remember what this is. Ah! Oh, that ain't gonna do it. Windows XP login. What is this? Oh yeah, forgot I made that in Paint once. Why am I stupid? Oof? What is oof? Oh yeah, NT4 logo. I used to just sit here and mess with stupid stuff. Like rubber stamps. Rejected. Yes. Get rejected, NT. By most of the community. Now the 95 community talks about NT. I don't know. It's just always had a soft spot in my heart, honestly. You know, let me go track down some MIDI files and we'll play a couple on here. Maybe there'll be something good. I don't know. Probably not. Alrighty. Let's get some music going. Look at all this lovely stuff I've got going. I know. Let's listen to a nice Never Gonna Give You Up MIDI. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no, Rick. The piano. Oh no. Okay. I'm just kidding. By the way, let me just pull up which type of sound card we got here. Let's go. Nope, that's not the menu I wanted. There we go. So this is actually a Turtle Beach setup. A Turtle Beach Montenegro. So that's pretty cool. I didn't realize they made sound cards, so it's kind of interesting when I first bought this thing to find that out. Let's listen to something decent this time. WinNT, media, and look at all this lovely stuff we can listen to. Like the classic Canyon. You know, I gotta admit, it sounds pretty good. I can't lie. But then again, I'm not the world's foremost Canyon expert, so... Very nice, very nice. Now, no reality on this CD here, other than awful midis. We got some games here, like if we want to play a little bit Chip's Challenge, which never ever seems to get enough love for some reason. Especially since, let's go... beautiful. Okay, yes, let's turn that down just a little bit. Oh, I used to play this for hours. I was horrible at it. Sure is nostalgic though, the sound of this game. Collect chips. Yeah. This game actually has a story, believe it or not. Pretty decent one at that, honestly. Not gonna lie. Watch out for monsters. Oh no, they never told me this would be a scary game. Ah. No, they're gonna get me. Whoa. Dude, if that was real, which it looks real, I'd be on the floor. Yowza. First try. Yowza. They got all sorts of these mechanics. I can put on these flipper boys and go for a swim. But I'd rather do something funnier. Bummer. Oh, don't walk in the fire. You get dead.
Bummer.
Oh no. Yeah, that's always a fun one. And of course you always get these passwords, of course, that, because this is before they'd save your progress. Good times, good times. I gotta say, this game was really kind of ahead of, well, I wouldn't say ahead of its time, it was right for the time, but it's actually a pretty well put together game. Go Bitbuster. Go Bitbuster. Oh. Good music. Okay. Thank you, Chip. It's been a pleasure. This one was always one of my favorites, too. was actually pretty decent there for a while. Kind of sounds like monkey sounds. Oh no, look what you've done. Haha! So the trick of this game is you have to get over, I want to say 80% of it, 70 or 80%, without the balls touching your big stick. And there's this mode, and I think there's another mode, and I should check for that. I just want to see if I still have some skill. Ah, you dirty communist. See, I like to do that with it. Look at that, even less balls to deal with. Yeah, so it's 80%. Okay, next level, please. Let's see what the options have to hold. Oh, it is on fast mode. Here's what slow mode looks like, which is for babbies. Except your big sticks go slow too. So just kind of, yeah. Good old Jez ball. For some reason, rodent never seems to work because it's missing some DLLs. Okay, thank you. But then again, this is all ripped from 3.1, so that's the way it goes. And yeah, some sound files in there, and of course, ski free, classic freestyle. Yeah, let's. Oh, that was real good. Let's go this way. Yes, and I will get to that part, you know, the part that everybody talks about, and I'll run into a tree. That's how we do it up here in the north. No, that was real good. As you can tell, I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this in a while. Well, look at that. Maybe I'll get some points after all. Because that's actually the goal of this game, is to actually be good at things. And I found a nice... See, and if I want, I can just do this and climb back up the mountain, but I'm not going to do that because that sounds like a waste of time. Duh. And I missed everything. Oh, that was real good. But I'm not doing very good for style points. Ooh, one of my favorite things. Oh, he didn't pee. Oftentimes the dog will urinate right on the ground because you ran it over with skis, because that's how dogs work. You run them over with skis on a mountain and they'll just, you know, wet themselves. You know, let's just go down the mountain. Big scores, big fat score of zeros, just what I deserve for that horrible run. And you guys are watching this for some reason. And I missed the finish line anyway, so. You know, there was a time, only once or twice, when I was a kid, because I discovered this hidden in the files of my dad's computer way back when. In fact, this is the exact same rip from that. That I actually outran the Yeti. And when you do that, another one appears down below, and so no matter what, you're just out of luck. So, yeah, fun times. I mean, it's just like this in the wintertime around here in the north. You know, that's the way things go. The Yetis are just outside, and you just have to give them cheese in order for them to leave you alone. Which, if you don't know, cheese is obviously the Yeti's weakness. I mean, it's my weakness too, but more so the Yeti than me. Alrighty. There he is. No! Oh. I got the eated. Yeah, just like real life. Happened to me a few times. Well, oof. Oof 3. Oof.
Bummer. 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 Bummer.
Okay, I had to. Well, it's kind of all there is to see on this thing without taking it on the internet, which I don't think I really want to do, honestly. That's how you get the virus or two. So, yeah, so this has been MS-GIL. Thank you for joining me looking at this lovely old machine. And I'll see you in the next video. Oops, forgot to change that.